Well, we want to begin this half hour with a recall of popular yoga pants from the company Lululemon after customers complained about, shall we say, the coverage of those pants.
Well put. Very well put.
Yes.
We love a transparent company, but Lululemon Athletica Incorporated took transparent to a new level and is now seeing the consequences.
Picture this, a $60 billion empire built on yoga pants that promised not just style, but a whole new you, empowered, enlightened, unstoppable. Lululemon didn't just sell leggings. They sold a lifestyle, a mindset, a mirror reflecting your best self, all for $128 a pair. But behind the sleek storefronts, calming yoga studios, and inspirational mantras lies a darker tale. One woven with body-shaming scandals, costly lawsuits, and a brand that turned self-worth into a premium product. This is the story of Lululemon Athletica, a company that hacked human psychology to outshine giants like Nike and Adidas, only to risk it all with missteps that cut deeper than a bad seam. From a tiny Vancouver studio to a global juggernaut, Lululemon redefined what a clothing brand could be. But with every step toward dominance, cracks began to form. How did a pair of stretchy pants become a cultural phenomenon? And why is their empire teetering on the edge of unraveling? Let's dive in. Welcome to Money Explained, where we unravel the hidden economies behind the brands that dominate our wallets, our culture, and our lives. Today, we're diving headfirst into the wild, controversial, and utterly mesmerizing saga of Lululemon Athletica, Canada's billion-dollar yoga empire. This isn't just a story about overpriced leggings. It's about a brand that didn't just sell clothes. They sold a vibe, a promise of transformation, a ticket to a better you. But at what cost? From jaw-dropping scandals to marketing genius, we're peeling back the layers of how Lululemon became a global powerhouse, and why their carefully crafted image might just be their greatest vulnerability. Buckle up, because this is one stretchy story you won't want to miss. Let's rewind to 1998, in the heart of Vancouver, Canada. Yoga was just starting to catch fire as a cultural movement, but the activewear scene? It was a mess. Baggy cotton t-shirts, shapeless sweats, and zero style. Enter Chip Wilson, a surfer-turned-sportswear entrepreneur with a keen eye for opportunity. After sweating through a yoga class, he noticed a glaring gap in the market. Women deserved athletic where that was functional, flattering, and just a little bit aspirational. So he founded Lululemon Athletica, and with it introduced a game changer: yoga pants made with Luon, a buttery soft, stretchy, sweat-wicking fabric that fit like a second skin and made you feel like $1,000,000. These weren't your average workout pants. Priced at a jaw-dropping $98 a pair, they cost triple what most people would shell out for gym gear. But that was the point. Lululemon wasn't about mass appeal, it was about exclusivity. These pants were a status symbol, a badge of belonging to an elite club of mindful, motivated, and stylish go-getters. The stores were designed like Zen sanctuaries, minimalist, calming, with staff trained to make you feel like you were stepping into a lifestyle, not just a shop. By 2005, Lululemon was Canada's hottest retail story, with stores popping up across the country. By 2007, they went public on the NASDAQ, their valuations soaring into the billions. Their secret sauce? They weren't selling clothes, they were selling you, but better, stronger, and more enlightened. Lululemon didn't just build a brand, they crafted a cult. Their stores weren't retail spaces, they were temples of aspiration. Employees, dubbed educators, were steeped in self-help philosophy, trained to read books like The Secret and Good to Great, and even hosted vision board workshops for customers. This wasn't a clothing store, it was a movement. Lululemon didn't just sell leggings. They sold transformation, a promise that wearing their gear made you not just look better, but be better. Every product was infused with purpose. Leggings named Align for mindfulness, Wonder Under. For confidence, Invigorate bras for energy. These weren't just clothes, they were mantras you could wear. And the strategy paid off big time. Lululemon's gross margins consistently hit a staggering 55%, blowing past Nike's 44% and Under Armour's 48%. They didn't bother with discounts. They didn't chase fleeting fashion trends. They didn't need A-list celebrity endorsements. Why? Because their customers became their biggest advocates. Yoga instructors, marathon runners, busy moms, and TikTok influencers turned Lululemon into a badge of identity. Social media exploded with hashtag Lululemon hauls, unboxing videos, and gym mirror selfies. If you wore Lululemon, You weren't just stylish, you were intentional, part of a tribe that valued mindfulness, hustle, and self-improvement. That loyalty wasn't just strong, it was unshakable. Or so it seemed. In 2013, Lululemon's perfect image ripped apart, literally. Customers started noticing that their beloved Luon pants, the cornerstone of the brand, were well see-through. A manufacturing error meant thousands of leggings were too sheer, exposing way more than confidence during downward dog. The fallout was brutal. Lululemon was forced to recall 17% of their entire pants inventory, costing them millions in losses and tarnishing their premium reputation. But that was just the beginning of the disaster. Then came the real blow. When pressed about the issue on Bloomberg TV, founder Chip Wilson didn't apologize. He doubled down, saying, "Quite frankly, some women's bodies just don't work for our pants." The internet erupted. Social media lit up with accusations of body shaming, elitism, and hypocrisy. For a brand built on empowerment and inclusivity, this was a gut punch. Customers felt betrayed, as if the yoga mat they'd been sold was yanked out from under them. Wilson tried to backtrack, but the damage was done. He stepped down as chairman in 2013 and quietly exited the board by 2015. His vision had built Lululemon's empire, but his words nearly sent it crashing down. With Wilson out, Lululemon saw a chance to hit reset. They pivoted hard, expanding into menswear, a $1 billion market they'd previously overlooked. They pushed into new territories, opening stores in Asia, Australia, and Europe. They leaned into digital, launching apps and making a bold $500 million bet on Mirror, an at-home fitness platform meant to challenge Peloton. They also got savvier, using data analytics to track customer preferences, optimize store layouts, and fine-tune fabric designs to keep their edge. But their real genius was doubling down on community. Lululemon stores became hubs for running clubs, yoga retreats, and even mental wellness summits. They weren't just selling products. They were fostering a tribe. By 2024, Lululemon boasted nearly 700 stores across 18 countries, raking in a staggering $9.6 billion in revenue. They weren't just back, they were a global force, stronger than ever. Or were they? For all its shine, Lululemon's success hides some uncomfortable truths. Their sustainability pitch? Shaky at best. They lean heavily on polyester, a petroleum-based fabric. And their rapid product drops mirror the wasteful churn of fast fashion. Their big bet on Mirror? A colossal $500 million misstep, shut down in 2024 after failing to compete. Diversity? They've made strides, offering larger sizes and more inclusive ads. But critics argue their stores still feel like an exclusive club for the thin, wealthy, and predominantly white. Then there's the money. In 2023, their CEO's compensation soared past $20 million, while their cheapest leggings still cost over $100. Their new resale platform pushes sustainability, but only after years of encouraging premium pricing and overconsumption. Even their mental wellness campaigns, while inspiring, often feel like a clever way to funnel customers back to the checkout line. It's a paradox, a brand that preaches mindfulness and zen, yet operates with the ruthless precision of a capitalist machine. Here's the heart of it. Lululemon isn't selling pants. They're selling you, or at least, the version of you that wakes up at 5 a.m., meditates, journals, and crushes a spin class before breakfast. Every product, from Align leggings to Flow Y bras, is designed to reinforce that narrative. Their stores are temples of aspiration. They're branding a masterclass in psychological manipulation. For millions, it's intoxicating, a promise that buying their gear brings you closer to your best self. But when the quality falters or the messaging slips, it's not just a product failure. It's personal, because Lululemon doesn't just sell leggings, they sell a dream, and you're the star of it. For over 25 years, Lululemon has walked a tightrope, balancing exclusivity without alienating, spirituality without preaching, empowerment without exorbitance. Few brands have managed this high-wire act so well. But as they chase new markets like men's apparel, tech-infused fabrics, and global expansion, the stakes are higher than ever. Customer expectations are shifting. Social media amplifies every misstep. One wrong move, a faulty batch of pants, a tone-deaf campaign, or another PR disaster could shatter the illusion they've so carefully built. Can Lululemon keep selling self-worth without selling out? Because their real product isn't leggings, it's you. And if they lose that magic, their empire won't collapse overnight. But thread by thread, stitch by stitch, it could slowly unravel. And that's the wild, twisty tale of Lululemon's rise, risks, and relentless ambition. If this deep dive stretched your perspective like a pair of Luon leggings, smash that like button and share it with your yoga crew, your gym buddies, or anyone who loves a good story about money and power. Hungry for more? Check out our breakdown of how Alberta's oil industry became an unlikely economic titan, or subscribe for weekly dives into the brands and businesses shaping our world. This is Money Explained. Stay curious, stay mindful, and we'll catch you next time.